Hello out there, everybody. Today is Tuesday, the 21st of June, so time for another quick trip over to hot and steamy Wohlen, Switzerland for our next Tunesday from the shop with Skip. Last week I played an old barn dance for you called the Ballroom Favorite. And there was a little bit of a discussion in the comments afterwards about what exactly is a barn dance and what's the difference rhythmically between barn dances and hornpipes and all this pretty interesting little minutia about the rhythm of these tunes. And then waltzes and mazurkas got dragged into it also. And so that's kind of set off the idea for today's video. I'm going to play for you two tunes today instead of the usual one. I'm going to play a mazurka, and I'm going to play a waltz barn dance for you. First big question, what the heck is a mazurka? Well, traditionally, a mazurka is a style of music from Poland. There are actually quite a few in the classical music world. A lot of mazurkas were written. Mazurkas traveled, ended up in Ireland, were especially popular up around Donegal in the 1920s as a partner dance, much like barn dances down south were. And cakewalks over in the United States, also popular around this era, all a little bit of a similar rhythm. Mazurkas are written in 3/4, and in a mazurka you usually feel 3 beats per measure, whereas in a waltz the 1 tends to be the dominant pulse. So in a waltz we all know 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Mazurkas a lot of times are written with 3 groups of 2/8 notes per measure. So you get a da 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 da, or da 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 da, depending on how the person plays the tune. This mazurka I'm going to play for you is called Sonny's. Not the very well-known Sonny Brogan's mazurka. This is a different mazurka called Sonny's. It sometimes also is called Skeltons. The Skeltons version of this, this Sonny's is a 2-part tune in G major. Skeltons is this 2-part tune in G, then moved up into D, and that whole thing is played as one tune. The barn dance I'm going to play is an old favorite of mine called Mrs. Kinnys Barndance. It's a 3-part tune in D major. When it gets to the barn dance, you want to listen for the ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, which is a real cornerstone of the barn dance rhythm. So, all of that aside, Sonny's followed by Mrs. Kinnys Barndance. mazurka, Sonny's, also called Skeltons, and an old barn dance called Mrs. Kinnys Barndance, also known as Men of the West. So now you know, you got your mazurka, you got your barn dance. As I always say, go home and practice. Take it easy, everybody. Thanks for checking out all of these videos all the time. I'm also doing videos on the Irish Flute Players page on Facebook. I'll be dropping one there in the next day or so. Also, take care. Take care of yourselves. Take care of those around you. Be nice to somebody you don't like so much. As always, see you next week. Cheers all.